What's going on, everyone? Hypershadow46 here, coming at you with a deck profile. It's the third time I just had to freaking do this shit today, and I'm not happy. I had made two videos on this earlier, and one of the videos it wasn't finished loading, it wouldn't load anymore, so I had to delete it. Then the second one got freaking corrupted, and I'm sorry. I'm putting my problems on you guys, and I shouldn't have. Hold on a second. Sorry for the music in the background. If you guys can hear that, just my brother and my mom. But anyway, so yeah, let's get on. I'm showing off my Buster Blader deck. So yeah, let's jump right in. So for the first three, hold on a second. Okay, so just found out I have to really speed this up. So I kind of like my videos to be a little long, but okay, I guess I gotta speed it up. So for the Buster Blader deck. First three cards, these are Buster Web with the Destruction Swordsman. Basically what they do, they let you search through your deck for any Destruction Sword card, and once per turn you contribute it to special summon a Buster Blader from your hand or graveyard. Then if this card is in your graveyard and you have a Buster Blader on the field, you can discard one Destruction Sword card. Yeah, and then special summon that card. So yeah, that's Buster Well. Here is the Buster Blader. Otherwise, this wouldn't be a Buster Blader deck without it. Gains 500 attack and defense for each dragon type your opponent controls or is in their graveyard. So you know that's always a good effect. Next, 3 Dragon Buster Destruction Swords. Basically, they equip to a Buster Blader monster you control, and they stop your opponent from special summoning monsters from their extra deck. And once it's equipped to a Buster Blader monster, it can unequip and special summon. So yeah, that's always good. Yeah, just expect me to say, so yeah, that's always good at the end of everything. So yeah. Next, we have Destruction Sword Flash. It's a trap card. Basically, when it activates, if you control a monster if you control a fusion monster that lists Buster Blader as material, this card can banish all monsters your opponent controls, regardless of their effects. Whew, okay, so that's good. And when it's in the graveyard, you can banish this card, and any card that would target a Buster Blader monster is now negated and destroyed. So yeah, that's always good. Yeah, like I said, just expect for me to say that. Next, we have Wizard Buster Destruction Sword. Basically, when this card is equipped to a Buster Blader monster, all monsters in your opponent's graveyards cannot activate their effects, and you can unequip and send that card to the graveyard to bring one Destruction Sword card from your graveyard to hand. So yeah, that's good. Now then, yeah, just put a counter how many times I say that, and I guarantee you, if you had $1 for every time, yeah, you might be a millionaire. Robot Buster Destruction Sword. So basically, this card, when it's equipped to a Buster Blader monster, all face-up spell and trap cards that are already on the field can no longer activate their effects. So really good to put on a Buster Blader if your opponent has some really good, like, continuous spell or trap cards. Yeah. Next, 2 Buster Blader the Destruction Sword Masters. Basically, these things, their name becomes Buster Blader when they're on the field or in the graveyard. Then, once per turn, when an opponent's monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, they become equipped to him. And then once per turn, you can unequip that card and send it to the graveyard. Then all monsters of that same type that are on your opponent's side of the field are now all destroyed. So it's basically like a dark hole just for specific monsters. So yeah, he's good. Next, 2 Dark Magicians for Dark Paladin. Next, 2 Prologue of the Destruction Swordsman. Basically, these things you send 1 Destruction Sword card and 1 Buster Blader monster from your deck to the graveyard. Except, as long as it's not Prologue, then you get the special summon 1 Buster Dragon from your extra deck, but it's destroyed on the next turn. Then, while this is in your graveyard, you can banish it. Then all Destruction Sword cards you currently control can no longer cannot be destroyed for 1 turn by battle or card effects. So yeah. Next, 2 Destruction Swordsman Fusions, or D-Sword Fusion as I like to say. Basically these things are Super Poly for Buster Blader. So if you don't know what Super Poly is, just look that up and just look up this card. But it's a Super Poly for Buster Bladers only. Now then you have Karma, the Destruction Swords. When this is activated, target 1 Destruction Sword card or 1 Buster Blader monster you control. It gains 500 attack and defense for each banished monster. Well, each monster you banish from your opponent's graveyard. You can only banish up to 3 monsters of the same type from your opponent's graveyard, and the Buster Blader monster or Destruction Sword monster, depending on which one you activated for, gains 500 attack for each. So basically the max number that you can have, well, the max attack you can give a monster is 1500, because you can only activate one of these once per turn. Next, we have D-Sword Memories, or Destruction Sword Memories, depending on which one you prefer. Discard one Destruction Sword card and special summon one Buster Blader monster from your deck. Then you can banish this card from your graveyard, then fusion summon one Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer, or Swordsman from your extra deck by sending fusion materials listed on it to your graveyard. Then, now for cards that aren't really Buster Blader cards but help this deck, Lord Guy of the Fierce Knight, Polymerization, Fairy Tale Snow, Light Force Sword, Magic Cylinder, Following, Call of the Haunted, Void Trap Hole, my bad, Skilled White Magician, Pot of Duality, Slifer the Sky Dragon, Red Eyes Wyvern, another Call of the Haunted, Ultimate Providence, I don't know if you guys can see that, Lackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning, Raigeki Break, my last Call of the Haunted, Swords of Revealing Light, Desynchro, my last Ultimate Providence, Fusion Substitute, which is very, very, very handy in this deck, and Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Now some extra deck cards that help with this deck, Dark Paladin, most definitely. This is a must. Buster Dragon, this is also a must. Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer, Swordsman. I guess I might as well tell their effects then, since they are kind of, go with the Buster Blader deck. Dark Paladin, it's Dark Magician and Buster Blader fused together. Cannot be fusion summoned by other ways other than by fusion summoning it. Then during either player's turn, when a spell card is activated, you can discard one card, negate the activation of it, and if you do destroy it, card must be face up on the field to activate and resolve this effect. And it gains 500 attack for each dragon type monster on the field or in either player's graveyard, so that is definitely needed in a Buster Blader deck. Then we have Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. Basically, this thing is kind of the same like Dark Paladin, except requires a Buster Blader and a Dragon type monster to be fusioned together and cannot be summoned by other ways. This card changes all Dragon type monsters into defense. All Dragon types cannot activate their effects. He gains 1,000 attack and defense for each Dragon type on your opponent's side of the field or in graveyard, and once he attacks a defense position monster, it inflicts piercing battle damage. So yeah, but sadly he cannot attack directly, so don't think you can just fusion him first turn and that's game. Next, Buster Dragon. This changes all monsters on your opponent's side of the field into Dragon type. Once per turn, if you don't control a Buster Blader monster, you can target one Buster Blader in your graveyard, then special summon it. Then during your opponent's turn, once per turn, you can equip one Destruction Sword card to a Buster Blader monster you control. Sorry, I had to adjust my camera. Then I have Crimson Blader, which is extremely helpful, even though I barely use him. But when he attacks and destroys an opponent's monster by battle, then during your opponent's turn, they cannot normal or special summon any level 5 or higher monster. Then Ebon Illusion Magician. It requires 2 level 7 monsters. You can discard one Xyz material to special summon one Dark Spellcaster type monster from your deck. And when a normal Spellcaster type monster attacks, you can target one card on the field and banish it. Then, even though I can't use this yet, but I'm going to be able to use this soon, Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword. When it's equipped to a monster, that monster gains 1,000 attack and gains 500 attack and defense for each dragon type on the field and in the graveyards. So for both duelists' fields and graveyards. So yeah, that's my Buster Blader profile deck. Please tell me what you think about it. I am planning to edit it soon. And thank you all for watching. Please Chaos Control that like button. Please remember to subscribe and like the video. Share it with your friends. I'm pretty sure they'd like to see a good deck. But thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you all in the next video whenever I decide to post. Alright, bye-bye.